Time, weather, and...
Audio Jungle.
Stacking silver, for me, originally was just a way to make some extra cash. It was a surprise. My wife, who is now deceased, bought and ordered me a Trump silver dollar coin, round, whatever, it was a round. And she gave it to me. And I started researching into silver, and it's the deepest rabbit hole I have ever been in my life. This could be a multi-series video about money, but instead I'll just refer you to the Hidden Secrets of Money David Morgan put out over a decade ago.
You are about to discover the system that is ultimately responsible for most of the inequality in our world today. The powers that be do not want you to know about this.
I went down this rabbit hole of silver and money and fiat currency, and I have come to realize that it has absolutely nothing to do with one political party or the other. At one point in time, I was a huge political proponent of Donald Trump, and I did everything. I campaigned, I went to the rallies, and I have come to realize that the corruption isn't with the Republican Party. It isn't with the Democrat Party. The corruption in the United States has nothing to do with anything more than the US dollar. So, we need to fire the Federal Reserve.
You're fired.
Because they are the culprits of most of the problems, if not all, in the United States. If we didn't have a Federal Reserve, we wouldn't be at war every week.
31 American-made M1 Abrams tanks now are in the process of being sent there. They are the most sophisticated tanks in the world. The Ukrainians also receiving the training program, of course, needed to operate them.
Yeah, you may notice the headline is U.S. is sending tanks, but that's not the real story there. The real story is the training program. You don't just send tanks, the most sophisticated weapon for tanking in the world. You don't just send it to a country without training facilities. Do you know how much it's going to cost to build training facilities once we get done training the troops here in the United States? Because we'll bring them here to get them going, sure. But the repair facilities, the maintenance facilities, nobody else uses the Abrams tanks. Nobody. So it's another monopoly for the U.S. government to create infrastructure in another country. But that's a whole nother subject. If we didn't have a Federal Reserve, we wouldn't have inflation. If we didn't have a Federal Reserve, we would be as the Founding Fathers wanted us. The Coinage Act of 1792, which is in the Constitution of the United States of America, and you too will see what I'm talking about. Read the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. I can't vote for Trump. I can't vote for Biden. I can't vote for anybody anymore unless they're going to do away with the Federal Reserve. We need sound money in the United States. It's that simple. And anything else is just nonsense. And I've also committed I'm never going to monetize this website because this message will not get out. Period. Because most people aren't going to share it. Most people aren't even going to see this message because it's not part of the algorithm. And screw it, I don't care. Doing what I do. So, do what you do. If you work 40 hours or more a week, spend at least 30 minutes on yourself and learn. Spend the time on yourself and learn how to become your own bank. Because you're getting screwed. Your father was screwed, your mother was screwed, your great-grandfather, all of them back to 1913. My dad and mom retired with great pensions, and they lost those pensions simply because of inflation. And by the time my mom passed away, she lived longer than the bankers wanted her to. Inflation is not natural. Inflation is from the Federal Reserve. It's how they survive. It's how they steal your money. Said a lot. Simplified.